We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity with Young Men. And I wonder if I had to start listing the older men on here as examples of what not to grow up to be. That would be interesting. That would be fascinating. Don't worry, Mike Casper. I'm not going to use you. I mean, maybe I will. I don't know. Like, it's funny. It's just, I don't know. People are just fascinating. They're just fascinating. Why do they tease and taunt me? Like, why do they do that? I don't know. Mary, what would you like to accomplish today?
Um, I actually came unprepared this morning.
No, you were born prepared.
All right, I
So this
I
is
don't
what
have any
Mary,
food for the table.
you do. You actually do. You have a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a lot. So obviously, I'm guessing that whatever you and I are doing to help your teenage son is not working.
That would be correct.
Yeah. So the concept, the theory is, the theory is um, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, but you can put salt in the oats. How old is he now? Is he 19?
No, he's 18.
18. So he's still a teenager. So he's got this year, this, and then next, and then he's no longer a teenage boy. And everything's going to change. And so Luke and Kenny haven't been able to go ahead and impact him. Luke, Kenny, any ideas why you guys can't impact him?
Maybe how much we care.
Okay, interesting. Um, Nora, what you've done hasn't worked. Any idea why that is?
No.
Becky, do you know Merle?
No.
So could Becky do it? She might be able to actually. I don't know. Who's the big guns that we'll bring in?
Probably you.
No, bigger than me. I mean, what I've done hasn't worked either. Like it's not. I mean, I have him over. I'm nice to him. I'm amiable to him. I've not really ever been driver to him. Um, and so, I have his friends over. Um, so the big guns is JoJo, and she's got some big guns. She's 8 years old, and let me tell you, that girl, she can she can pack some heat. Grandpa knows, like Grandpa knows. All right, Becky, what you got?
Nothing. Just listening.
So Becky, she wants to go ahead. Hey Merle, you got to jump on, buddy. If you jump on and bring friends, then you're protected. If you don't jump on and you don't bring friends, like Josh Donji discovered, poor guy, he learned a hard lesson. Bring friends, because Mark will be nice to you. But if you don't show up, like Mike Casper, if you don't show up and you don't bring friends, you know what? Who knows what can happen? Um, so Merle, I hate to tell you this, buddy, but Becky's got four young boys. John Henderson said, you can learn more from a bad leader than you can a good leader. So Merle, your very nature as a young man, you want to go ahead and be admired and be respected. But to do that, buddy, you got to make choices that merit that, my friend. And so, yeah, you're heading down a path that's not like you don't want to be an example, an example of what not to be like. So Becky's looking for, 18-year-old guys that she can go ahead and use as an example for her 4 boys. Nora's looking for an example for what she can go ahead and have to Lincoln. A good example, ideally, buddy. So you're impacting Lincoln. You just are. He sees you and he admires you, and you make good choices. That's going to help him. You make bad choices and it could hurt him a great deal. So I don't know, buddy, step up. I'm just telling you. Nora, what would you like to accomplish today?
Well, with that, like, how do you keep, or how do you have like strong male role models for your boys? Like, and how do you protect them from the ones that aren't?
Right. I don't know. There's so many out there that are. And the ones that might be the most dangerous might be the ones that go to church and look like they're really good on the outside. But are they? Or are they just imposters? Fakers? Little boys, they understand. They can see it, they can sense it. And if they see what they perceive, that's where it's dangerous. Like, that person makes poor choices and they get away with it. Have you been working with Lincoln yet on good choices, good consequences, bad choices, bad consequences?
Some.
Yeah, you want to build that as a reflex. Good choices, good consequences, bad choices, bad consequences. You just want to do that. And then anybody that has a lot of influence in his life, and so is it fair to go ahead and have, an aunt that maybe cares for him a lot, teach him good choices, good consequences, bad choices, bad consequences? Is it fair for that aunt to lift up the uncle to go ahead and say, don't be like this? I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know leverage and stuff. I honestly don't know. I don't know. So that is something that hopefully Patrick is right, Nora? That it's the mom.
Yeah, no pressure.
I hope that's right. I hope that's right because yep. Luke, what you got?
So last night I was talking with someone, and he was 19 years old, and he said he works in construction. I was talking about like what he does on weekends, and he said he smokes a lot of weed, or I could smell it on him.
Right.
And I asked him if he smoked recently, and I was like, I'm pretty well all the time high.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
It's like, you drove here like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, what
Yeah,
do you do with
legalizing
that?
marijuana, great thing, politicians. Brilliant idea. This is what we want to do. We want to make young men who are already lazy lazier and more like just absolutely live in a comatose state. Like, yeah, great idea, politicians. You guys are just smart. Yeah, nicely done. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So he said something where I can operate better when I'm high.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's like alcohol. Like, I mean, there's people out there that say alcohol will help them understand their feelings better. That sounds like the alcohol talking. Like, like, wow. Like, holy cow. Oh yeah, I can function better. I'm a better man because of the weed and alcohol, and I'm a better man, and I'm a better father, and I'm a better husband, and I'm a better, I'm a better man. I'm just a better person when I'm drunk and when I'm high. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's not the weed talking. Jeepers. Sorry, go ahead.
So what do you do with that? How do you help someone like that?
I just mock them. Put it on a podcast, mock them. Like, are you guys idiots? Do you not understand? You don't understand brain science. Why not? Because you're killing your brain, idiots. Like, jeepers. I hope you don't get married. I hope you don't produce offspring. Like, my gracious. Like, there are some men that are married and they have gorgeous wives and amazing children, but they did a lot of drinking. And I don't know if that's why they are the way they are today. It's like they think they're really smart. They're not. They're just not. And they don't process stuff really well, and they don't pay attention really well. And it's like, jeepers. So does one drink, one hit, does it damage you for your whole life? Nobody knows the answer to that other than God. I mean, they just don't. So, I don't know. You get their biggest challenge, Luke. You go ahead and invite them into this thing. I don't know. Do we have business cards made up for this? QR codes to go to this, and you win them over, and you go ahead and help them discover they were made to do something significant. And alcohol and weed, all the addictions, it'll emasculate you. You will not have power. You will be a weak man. You will lack confidence, and you will go more and more. It's progressional degeneration. It just is. So the mind will deceive you into thinking, I'm a better person because of this. That's weed, that's alcohol. That's what it's doing. When somebody says stuff like that, it's just what it is. It just is. It's taking over their mind. So I don't know, Luke, you ask them their biggest challenge, you go ahead and what they'd love help with, you try to get in, and the weed and the alcohol, the drugs and the alcohol, what they do is they go ahead and they deceive the person to think they need it. It becomes more important. The alcohol and the weed becomes more important than their wife and their kids, and they don't even realize it. And when you stop doing weed and stop drinking alcohol, when you stop doing that, do you ever truly heal? Again, nobody knows the answer to that. They just don't. They just don't. This is why with young boys like Becky, man, for sure, I would go ahead and get me interact with her boys about alcohol. And I won't go there probably. Most likely I wouldn't go there unless Becky asked me to, and Nora with Lincoln. And maybe we do something with these young men. Maybe that's what we do. Get the young men on the podcast and have me talk about my life, where I realized at the age of 15, I had a highly addictive personality. And I made a choice at 15 never to touch alcohol, never to go ahead and never to do anything in drugs. Shoot, I said, don't even drink coffee. 61 years old, never even had a taste of coffee. I do, honestly, I'm not joking. I do believe coffee is a gateway drug. I really do. I honestly do. You guys can make choices however you want to, but when you think about it, I have far more energy than people who have coffee, even when I'm not drinking coffee. Like even in the morning, like people can't match me for energy and passion and drive. Even when they're filled up with caffeine, energy drink is nothing. Like it's nothing. Like it's just not. And so the world continues to come up with new inventions like vaping and energy drinks to go ahead and take over the minds and the energy and steal it from young men so they can't become who they were created to be. It's absolutely a tragedy. It's absolutely a tragedy. Anything else, Luke, you got?
Nope.
Kenny, what you got?
I saw something somewhere where it said, um, you know, drugs, alcohol, whatever, like so many things are designed to distract us from the fact that we're gonna die.
Interesting.
And then if you don't think about that, or, if you kind of forget about it, well, then you make different choices in life.
How so?
Because you don't actively think about the fact that, we're all gonna die. Doesn't really matter.
Is that good or bad?
I think people's choices depend largely on the fact if they are aware or know that, it's not. I don't know that this isn't. It's just a short time that we've got here.
See, this is what's fascinating, Kenny. This is cool. Holy cow. Because like I thought that I was going to die at the age of 40. I was pretty confident. God said, I'm going to take your life very soon. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm 61. So the last 21 years have been, like it's a gift to me. Like every day is a gift. Because it's like, so,
Kind of like Patrick, you're just on bonus time.
right. Right. And Nora, like that was crazy. Somebody asked a question and it's fascinating. Nobody ignores it. Like she and I are having a conversation, her and I, pretty much. And there's all of these men that are like they're pastors and godly men. And it's like, it's just Nora and I having a conversation. And it's like, and what she said just resonated like with my entire heart and soul, my entire being. It just gave me tingles.
What did she say?
Nora, what did you say?
Eternity is forever.
So, Kenny, it's fascinating to me on how alcohol and weed takes over people's lives. And it's like, if I'm discouraged, if I'm depressed, I need alcohol, I need weed to feel good. If I'm feeling good, I need alcohol or weed to go ahead and celebrate. So you pretty much need it the whole time. Yeah. You're just high the whole time. It's weird where if you don't feel you have a future, you don't save anything for the future. You just consume. It's total consumption. The world is a consumptive thing anyways. It's about consuming things. It's not saving something up into the future. Like my parents were so frugal. I've never met people who are more frugal than my mom and dad. And even in their last year, like they couldn't have spent the money. And it's just strange. It's like, and I've noticed that, not that I'm old for sure, but it's almost like a game to me now. And I've heard of other people that are in their 60s that are like this. Like it's almost like a game, like how little can I live on? And how frugal can I be? like 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 I just it's just fascinating to me. And it's like it's all about the alcohol and the weed is all about right now living in the moment. And it does. It erases memories from the past that you can't learn. So I don't know, Kenny, that was really weird in a good way, but I don't know how to process it. Oh, so it erases the ability to say eternity is forever. So I don't have to worry about eternity. So I can just consume everything. Like all you're going to do is die. Okay, well, eternity is forever. And if it doesn't matter after you die, well, then you're going to live for the moment. This is not going to work out well for us. It just won't. And I think young men are wired that way anyways. I mean, I remember very distinctly being like, and morally, the draw of women, it was insane when the testosterone kicked in. It's like, you got to be kidding. You just got to be kidding. Jonathan, our oldest son, who died 5 years ago, he was 30 when he died. And we went to Wisconsin Dells, and he was probably 12 years old, maybe. And we were at one of the shows where there's a bunch of very attractive women in bikinis and all this other stuff. And he went ahead and, covered his eyes. It's just,
I think it would take the human out of us. Was when
what
when
would?
they did like the purpose of life. Um, when they taught a gorilla or a monkey how to talk, and then they told him, he's gonna die, and then there's just gonna be nothing. Then he got depressed and said, life is stupid, life is cruel.
So what does this mean?
It is if you're just gonna die. If there's nothing
Right?
after it, then it is.
Right? Right? You look at Solomon, wisest man that ever lived in the sun, under the sun, and in human nature, and you see Ecclesiastes. It's a favorite book of the Bible for me. My wife is like, "You're just strange." I'm like it's all vanity. Everything's vanity. Second verse to the last verse. It's when he became old, and he summarized to fear God and follow his commands. So, and he said in there, you work your whole life, you save your whole life, and then you turn it over to, after you die, you turn it over to somebody else, and you don't know what they're going to do with what you've sacrificed. The sacrifice that Roseanne and I have made and are still making today. Like our 27-year-old son still doesn't understand. He's like, Dad, why don't you get a nice old RV? Why don't you go travel and be like all other, people your age? I don't know, because I don't want to be like people my age. Like I want to be more productive now than I've ever been in my entire life. I mean, I've acquired all these experiences, all this knowledge, hopefully a lot of wisdom. Like now is the best, time in my life, bar none. Like, are you kidding? I can accomplish more in a year than I have in the last 61 years. I used to think, it's fascinating. I used to think that when I died, like heaven, so when I died, all my, like anything I was going to have for eternity, it's done. Like I can't do any more work after I'm dead. But that's not true, is it? What do you mean, Mark? See, I think it's like an annuity is a financial instrument where you put money in and it comes out forever, even after you die. The annuity can continue to go on. See, I'm investing into every one of you after I'm gone. I hope, I pray that I am gone before any of you. They say one of the hardest thing in the world is when you're a parent and one of your kids dies before you do. You think of Adam and Eve, like when we were created, we're not created to die. We're created like the brain can't process death. It just can't. You can't, because it wasn't created to die. It was created to live forever. That's Adam and Eve. They were created to live forever. So the brain can't process death. It's not created to process death. And so, you know, Mark, I forget his last name, from San Antonio. He said there's three deaths. There's the death when you die physically. Then there's the death when the people who know you and they die and they forget, so your name's no longer around. It's no what your life doesn't have. And then the third death is where like everybody forgets you. So Mother Teresa, will people ever forget her? And so it's annuity. I'm investing my very life into each of you. And I hope that I pass before all of you do. And I hope that all of you carry like a piece of me, a part of me forever. I'd love for my kids to do that. I don't know if they will, though. Shoot, I don't know if they're going to live longer than I am, which is sad. It's tragic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how did I know at the age of 15 that I had an addictive personality? How did I know? Like, how did I know that taking one drink of alcohol or one hit of, weed or even a drink of coffee, like it could negatively impact my life vision? I might not be able to achieve my life vision. How did I know that? How do we teach that to other people? How do we even expose them to the concept that you could change the world? Like 8 years old, and it's like, Mark, you're an average to below average kid. Like God told me that. How do you teach that to young men? You're nothing special. You're just like anybody. Like teach them humility. Like, you know what? And then how do you teach them? Like, then God said to me, if you're a good steward, at 8 years old, God spoke to me and said, if you're a good steward, you'll impact the entire world. So let me get this straight, God. Like, I'm normal or below normal. I'm average. Yes, that's who you are. Okay, got it. But you saying I can change the world? Like, no. Like, yep. So I can choose. I can be amazing. I can be absolutely amazing and change the entire world. But I have to go ahead and make choices. Otherwise, you'll be nothing. Uh-huh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you go ahead and teach that to young men. Maybe just expose them to it. I don't know. So this has been great. Share this with, other young men. Share it with young women. Like young women, you want to get a man who's got his head on straight. You want to get a man that understands that he's average or below average. He's nothing special, but he could be. He could be amazing. He could change the world. That's what you want to do. If you have any questions on anything we covered today, connect with the individual who invited you to participate in today's session, or you can call toll free 888-230-2300, outside the U.S. 630-393-9909. And always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.